Okay, welcome to another tasting table. Scott is here to help.
Hello.
And because he lives so darn far away, we saved a few mangoes for you to taste that really would have been better a while ago. The first one is Cabessa, and I actually tasted this, it was probably a week ago that we first cut into it. And then I had some more a few days ago, and it was still good, which was quite surprising to me. I am cutting off all of the exposed parts because I'm that kind of person. So let's see if it still is not poisonous for you. I know you've never
I'm
tasted.
looking forward to that.
Yeah, I know. It's the sales pitch, you know. How can you?
Yeah.
How can you say
delicious
no?
mango or deadly poison?
But this does have some fiber, which I think often can help mangoes last longer. That's my theory, anyway. Because there are some parts of this mango though that are no longer good. So I'll give you those slices first.
Yes, yes, please. If it's moving, I'll take it.
Yeah, a little extra protein, yes.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, so this was a very large mango, and
It still is.
It still is. And so see what I can do. I'm hoping that I don't know whether I should be polite and give you the right first slice, or if I should be like the professional taster.
You have to go to the camera.
Yeah, but
the audience needs to see the giant cabessa.
But I don't know if I should be like the king's taster. In case it's poisonous, right. they die and the king stays alive.
Oh, well then in that case I should have the first slice. So this is long-awaited cabessa.
Right. This was also from Bill, but that was a previous trip of Bill. So
the previous one.
Yeah, it didn't work out to have a tasting table at that time. So you are suffering the consequences now.
Oh, the horror.
So
all right.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Jumping in.
Uh-huh.
Not bad, but past its prime.
Yes.
It is amazing how long it tasted good.
It doesn't taste bad now. I mean, you can tell it's past, but it's not like with our good friend Julie over there that the day after it's hit its prime, it turns not so nice.
Please, you can't even give them away.
Yeah. This is actually still quite good. I mean, it's certainly ought to be good.
Yeah, it just it had some more flavors that it's lost. It really hasn't accumulated too many off flavors. It's just a subtle possible.
There's a little alcohol flavor in it, I think, but that's about it.
But yeah,
and the protein.
Yeah. Cut out that part.
Yeah.
So it's a mango that I'm not sure how it's going to grow, but I've got it growing here, and we'll see. But it's so huge, and and it really does seem to last pretty well. I think if like in a normal situation, you probably get at least 4 days of it without refrigerating it. I mean, you want to cover it up and stuff.
Right.
But when you put it in the refrigerator, I'm not sure what will happen. Sometimes it doesn't. It's not a good thing for mangoes, and other mangoes turn out well if they're refrigerated. So it's hard to experiment on a 3 or 4 pound mango though. It's a lot at risk. I guess you could
pretty
get
high
half
stakes
or something and try refrigerated versus.
It seems like it would have a fairly interesting flavor. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
hard to say.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a nice. It didn't have weird flavors, but it was like a nice mango. This one I have more faith in because the Southeast Asian varieties have a long shelf life in general. And so this is our one and only Sia Tong that we have produced
Really?
on the property.
Oh, I'm honored.
And yes, I know. And
no, I really am.
and so Sia Tong is, sort of known as an improvement over Nam Duc Mai.
Yeah.
And so we had some potted plants, and one of them had a fruit. And so this was,
Wow.
like technically on the property, but not on a tree from our property.
Well,
it's
it kind of is. It was in a pot on your property.
Yeah. So
Sia Tong.
Sia Tong.
I know.
There we go. There you go, sir.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Hopefully I'm going to love it because I have it grafted on at least 2 of my trees.
Just by reputation alone, right?
Yeah, I kind of do that a lot. All right.
You're very focused there.
I am. It's really sweet.
Yes.
Really sweet.
It's very sweet, has a great texture.
Yeah.
Has more color to the flesh, well, of course, at this ripeness anyway, than Nam Duc Mai does.
Right.
It has a lot of interesting flavors, like a slight flavor of like Prom Crimea in there, or Pinseng Mung.
There's a lot of Prom Crimea in there. Which has that kind of durian flavor that I was talking about a couple of weeks ago. I prefer this to that. But it's still, I mean, on sweetness level, it's way up here. It's entirely too sweet for me.
But you keep eating it.
It's one of those
Go into
things.
a diabetic coma or something.
Waste not, want not. Yeah. This is the coma-inducing mango. No, it's a very good mango. I would like it green, or greener, I think. Because they do tend to have a little bit more of a sour flavor balance, I think, before they get to this stage. But overall, I mean, it's a very nice flavor. People like NDM or any of those varieties. This is certainly one that would fit that bill really nicely. So all of you fans.
They, you know a lot about the tree and this. Yeah, this is probably a small fruit. It's supposed to be twice the size.
It's supposed to be quite large. Mine
the,
hasn't fruited yet. It's been on. I think it's only been on a year. So we'll see next year. Hopefully I'll get some fruit. But it's a very nice Asian type fruit. It's very good. Super sugary.
So this is the closest thing we have to ripe on this variety. So the squirrels got there first. But this is orange essence.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
as I was saying, Scott, this is either honey kiss or orange essence. Let's taste it and figure it out.
Figure it out. Yes, absolutely. My sleuthing skills at work.
Because the squirrel that tasted it first is not around, and so we have a job to do.
Yes.
So I cut well away from this other sample here, so you shouldn't get any problem. Here's a. I would say, from looking at the top of the fruit, that this is orange essence, but I don't want to prejudice your taste buds.
Okay. I don't think it will, because I don't think I can remember what either of those two taste like. I'm not sure that I've ever had either of those. mangoes too.
Okay, then it's
So I
you
think
have
it's
a good
I think
excuse
it's
for
yeah.
not remembering.
Yeah, I mean, people can review the videos, I guess.
Yeah. You're
say
wrong.
I'm lying. Yeah.
I have proof that you tasted it.
I would go with orange essence. Just kind of throwing it out there.
Yeah.
That's definitely very orangey. Well, is Honeykiss orangey as well? Maybe it is. I don't know.
No.
I really like this.
Yeah. One of Har's favorites.
He has good taste. That's a really good mango.
And the squirrel apparently had good taste too.
Mm-hmm. Good job, Mr. Squirrel.
So,
His squirrel family got a treat that night.
yeah.
Yeah, that's very, very good.
So we're going to switch over. Unfortunately, the last couple of years, Southern Blush has had problems with different bacterial diseases. So they used to be completely clean, and now we get these black spots on them. Mango bacterial black spot. But it is definitely a fruit that has a following, a very enthusiastic following.
Thank you. This is another one I'm not sure that I've had.
Good. I'd like to give you new experiences here. You don't grow it, but you could always add it.
Right.
There's a branch somewhere.
No, I actually have it.
There you go.
There's one branch in the back of one tree that I haven't grafted.
So this is a little underripe.
It's very nice.
I think I like it better when it's riper.
When it's fully ripe.
But everybody has their own preferences. So.
Is there Kid or Kent in here?
I do not know. I think that it's likely that. Well, I'll say it's likely there's Hayden in it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That family. That's, I really like this, and that's why, because it has that kind of Hayden-y kind of taste.
The texture's much better than Hayden.
It is, yeah. The flavor is somewhat similar. It's quite nice. I like it a lot.
Well, this one just...
It appeared.
It appeared. It's still a little warm. Didn't drop on her head, but it was close. So this is a little Beverly.
A little bit.
The Beverly is a very productive late season variety. Now this one's warm.
That's
It
okay.
just came out of the oven.
Yeah.
I used to only think that you had to have, room temperature or slightly chilled mangoes, but I like some that have been baking out in the sun.
Oh, yeah.
It's it's like dessert. It's great. That's the closest I come to cooking.
Touche. Beverly is just a really good mango.
Yeah.
It just is.
There's just a lot of flavors that don't occur in many other mangoes.
Yeah. And she should be more popular. Why isn't Beverly the popular girl at school?
She's just not that outgoing.
Very reserved, our Beverly. No, that's a delicious mango.
So, this looks like Zill, I guess. Only because I wrote Zill on it.
That was a good first clue.
Leave myself a trail of breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
There are some mangoes that look like this, but It looks
Yeah.
like it might have
Thank you.
dropped from the tree, possibly. There's a little whatever discoloration near the seed, but it's really good to pick these green because when you
Really?
pick them right, there's a lot of times have internal breakdown. So if you pick them green, you might get a better, not green, but mature.
Right, right.
You get a better quality of fruit.
And you just ripen them over a couple of days. It's a very different flavor. It reminds me a lot of something, but I can't put my finger on it.
I pick up a lot of orange flavors in it. Did you get that or not?
But the flavor of the mango itself reminds me a lot of another mango. Of course, I can't remember what it is.
Well, you can't go
Which is
home
helpful.
until you figure it out.
I'll just make it up. It'll just be some random mango.
Okay, here you get another slice to remind you.
Thank you. Now, what's the parentage of Zill?
That is unknown.
Born of unknown parents.
So, it's sort of has a strange story. You know, you think of Zill and you associate all sorts of wonderful varieties that they've come up with over the years. And this was the one that they assigned their name to. This was Lawrence Zill, ages ago. And, you know, back in the 30s and 40s and such, you know, people just planted seeds because grafting was more difficult and such. And so somebody planted a seed, and he heard about this tree that was in Lantana, I think it was. And he drove to the guy's house, tasted the mangoes, and he said, "I want to buy your tree." And so
that's an
they agreed on a sum of money. Yeah, I don't know what it was, something probably extraordinary. And then he had the big machines come in to dig out this, I mean, it was a substantial tree, and get it going in his grove. And so at that time he thought that was, you know, that was the best mango that he could imagine.
You couldn't have just grafted it?
Well, I guess some people are impatient, you know. That's why you had that big pot to lift this morning. You gotta have it.
You gotta have the whole tree. Yeah, absolutely. It's a really good mango.
Yeah. The only thing that some people have against it, I mean, it's beautiful color and stuff, is that it's a small mango. But that actually
just
can
eat
be
more.
Yeah. You can get other varieties. You don't have to eat, you know, like you could eat a couple small ones instead of one big one.
You could swap it out with Beverly and make her more popular.
But so that was Zill, and I guess we'll finish off the show here today with
LM? LZ?
Popuculi.
Popuculi.
Lemon meringue.
I thought they were over.
Yeah, every once in a while we find one in the tree, and a lot of times when we're trimming. And so
they're hiding.
Yeah, it is the end of the season, and I apologize for getting people excited about this mango because they are not available. Really? Oops.
Now they're really not available.
It did land on the peel. So,
I'm not above that, actually.
it's ground
Thank
zero
you very
for
much.
a new disease.
The mango coronavirus. All right.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've had.
It actually has been a while. Yeah.
I haven't found too many to snack on in the early morning, so this is first quality one.
For those of you who have this mango, you're very lucky.
Yeah.
It is a phenomenal mango.
So while I enjoy the rest of the slice, What are your thoughts
rating.
here on that?
Rating of the mango. Now, if I can remember what we've had.
We had Cabessa, but that was not a good.
Yeah, I'm
we'll
gonna exclude
We'll have
Cabessa.
This is, I mean, it's still enjoyable, but it's not at its finest, and it was. We were waiting, and so it's not a fair test of Cabessa.
It's more of a liqueur at this point than it is a mango.
So we have Orange Essence.
Ah, yeah, we do.
Southern Blush.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly.
Right.
Sia Tong.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's how you say it, but we have Zill.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have Lemon Meringue.
Oh.
So
this is really tough.
I know, it's like, you know, who's your favorite sister?
Beverly is my favorite sister. Next would be Orange Essence. This is Orange Essence, not
It is.
sherbet, right? Okay. After that, I would say Mr. Meringue, Ms. Meringue. We've got Southern Blush. Which one is this? This is, I can't, Zill.
That's Zill.
Yeah.
And then we have
I actually
Sia
think I would put Zill above Southern Blush, so I think I want to move Southern Blush down that way.
We're going to get rid of this. So
And Sia Tong would be on the end, not because it's not a good mango, it's just
darn sweet.
way
and
too sweet
it's
for
too
me.
sweet for
Yeah,
you.
way too sweet.
But you would like to try it when it's not that ripe.
Yeah,
And
a
then
little
we'd have a
greener.
different rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of more than one fruit, but when we do, which will be next year or the year after, so don't make any plans.
I'll sit right here.
We do need to do tasting of this at different levels of ripeness, and hopefully we'll be able to do that for other mangoes also.
Cabessa, for example.
Yeah, Cabessa. Yeah. That you'd have to camp out for about 10 days, and we'll try it every day.
Yeah, I think it's possible too.
Yes. Family of 4.
It's more like sports equipment.
So, okay, so Beverly Orange Essence.
Yeah.
Lemon Meringue, and then we have Zill,
Southern Blush,
and Sia Tong.
Sia Tong.
Only because it's so sweet.
Yes, and that's the only
That's
reason
your
it's
preference. It's really hard for me to rank these. I've had Southern Blush that's been much better than this, but for today, I would put, for my scale, I would put Southern Blush at the end. I was very impressed with Sia Tong as far as the extra flavors that it has. Versus Nam Dak Mai.
Yeah.
So once I eliminate one, it's hard to rank the rest of them.
Yeah.
Beverly's really good. I really like the Orange Essence and the Lemon Meringue and the Zill. I would probably, just because I haven't had lemon meringue for a little while, I'd probably move it up because that just hit the spot. I really like Orange Essence. Zill is really a nice mango. They're all really nice.
They are. It's difficult to rate.
Yeah, we could, it'd be the shell game. We just keep moving the mangoes around, and it's like it's hard to rank them, because they're all really, really good.
Yeah.
But so slight differences in mood, I guess, would affect that.
I think in every, well, not maybe in every tasting, but in a lot of tastings, you get one mango that kind of hits all the buttons. And today with Beverly. Beverly hits the buttons.
Well, thank you very much, Scott.
No, thank you.